when a Russian spy ship gets too close to a U.S. Navy aircraft carrier. Responding to this ever-present threat, the U.S. Navy executes its moves with remarkable precision. When a Russian spy ship inches too close for comfort, a complex series of actions unfolds. A silent command echoes through the vast expanse of the carrier, reaching 5,000 sailors who swiftly power down their electronic devices. Simultaneously, advanced electronic decoys are deployed, creating a technological smokescreen to ensure the safety of the fleet. What unfolds on board U.S. Navy ships at this crucial juncture is nothing short of impressive, showcasing the prowess and readiness of the naval forces. To comprehend the potential consequences of these confrontations, one must first understand the nature of Russian spy ships, the formidable adversaries that the U.S. Navy contends with on the open seas. Integral to Russia's naval strategy, these vessels are primarily designed for intelligence gathering and monitoring global maritime activities. Unlike traditional warships, their focus is on surveillance rather than direct combat. Equipped with advanced electronic surveillance systems, these ships can intercept and analyze various communications, including radar and radio signals. The capabilities of these spy ships extend to electronic warfare, allowing them to disrupt or deceive enemy electronics through countermeasures that jam radar and communications. Furthermore, sophisticated radar and sonar sensor arrays provide enhanced situational awareness, facilitating discrete monitoring of naval asset movements. While encounters between Russian spy ships and the U.S. Navy are not infrequent, international maritime law permits these vessels to transit through the U.S. Economic Exclusive Zone. An illustrative incident occurred in January 2023 when a Russian spy ship was spotted approximately 100 miles off the coast of Hawaii. Such encounters necessitate a nuanced examination of the delicate balance between maritime surveillance and respecting international laws. Questions emerge about the sufficiency of existing regulations and whether there is a need for stricter measures to safeguard maritime security. To appreciate the gravity of the situation when a Russian spy ship gets too close to a U.S. aircraft carrier, it is imperative to grasp the significance of these carriers in the context of the U.S. Navy. Acting as the most adaptable and survivable airfields globally, aircraft carriers play a pivotal role in supporting operations against various targets, contributing to maritime security and assisting in disaster response and humanitarian efforts. The U.S. boasts 11 large nuclear-powered carriers, each capable of carrying about 80 fighters. These floating behemoths, with more deck space than all other nations combined, are equipped with advanced weapons like F/A-18 Hornets, poised for extensive combat missions. Patrolling key waterways and responding to international crises, these carriers reinforce U.S. maritime supremacy and influence, making them prime targets for intelligence gathering by Russian spy ships. When a Russian spy ship encroaches upon the safety zone of a U.S. aircraft carrier, a meticulously orchestrated response is set into motion. The Combat Information Center, often referred to as the brain of the carrier, issues commands that resonate throughout the vessel. A collective alert is sounded, reaching every corner of the carrier and its crew of 5,000 highly trained sailors. This prompts a swift and coordinated effort, with crew members rushing to their designated positions to execute predefined protocols and duties. The military places significant emphasis on clear and concise communication protocols to ensure accurate and prompt transmission of information. Standardized procedures and codes are in place to convey specific instructions and responses efficiently. Communication channels are established through intercom systems, radio, or other communication devices, enabling officers in the CIC to broadcast important messages to the entire crew or specific sections of the ship. Having been briefed about the presence of an enemy spy ship, all respective units immediately initiate both defensive and defensive protocols. Understanding that a spy ship's primary goal is to extract valuable information, sailors on the aircraft carrier may receive an immediate call to turn off all electronic devices. This proactive measure not only prevents potential interference or unauthorized information leakage, but also contributes to maintaining a controlled electronic environment on board. Beyond interference prevention, Turning off electronic devices is integral to maintaining operational security. A controlled electronic environment is crucial for preventing unauthorized access to sensitive information and ensuring a focused response to the situation at hand. Additionally, U.S. Navy aircraft carriers are equipped with several offensive and defensive electronic warfare systems designed to counter or neutralize any threat. These systems are not limited to disrupting the spy ship's surveillance and intelligence gathering capabilities. They can also impede their operations by interfering and jamming their communications and radar. Radar jamming, a key countermeasure, involves emitting signals that interfere with or overwhelm the radar signals used by the spy ship for surveillance. This disrupts their ability to accurately detect and track targets. Furthermore, U.S. aircraft carriers operate sophisticated communication jamming equipment capable of interfering with or blocking radio signals and communication frequencies used by spy ships. These systems are designed to disrupt the enemy's ability to effectively communicate and coordinate. Decoy systems, such as electronic decoys or chaff, can also be deployed to divert the attention of the spy ship, creating confusion and making it harder for them to distinguish between real and false signals. Signals intelligence emerges as another crucial electronic warfare tactic employed by U.S. aircraft carriers in these high-stakes encounters. It involves collecting signals and communication-related information to gain insight into the workings of the adversary or target. This intelligence gathering encompasses verbal communications, written messages, data from radar and weapon systems, and more. By analyzing patterns in electronic signals over time, carriers can infer the intentions and capabilities of the spy ship. SIGINT, closely tied to electronic countermeasures, allows carriers to tailor specific responses, including electronic jamming, to disrupt the spy ship's communications and surveillance capabilities. The intelligence gathered also informs the initiation of attack protocols if the situation escalates. Beyond mere tracking, the carrier's intelligence team engages in a nuanced analysis of the spy ship's intentions. This involves assessing patterns, identifying any aggressive maneuvers, and evaluating the ship's proximity to the carrier group. By discerning potential threats and deciphering the spy ship's motives, naval commanders can make informed decisions regarding the appropriate level of response. It's essential to note that the carrier's command structure conducts a comprehensive risk assessment based on gathered intelligence. This assessment considers factors such as the spy ship's behavior, historical contexts, and perceived threat level. The outcome guides the command in the determination of the most suitable response measures, ranging from diplomatic engagement to defensive posturing, depending on the assessed risk level. Detecting enemy ships, regardless of how swift and advanced they may be, is a testament to the advanced surveillance systems on board U.S. Navy aircraft carriers. These carriers employ advanced radar techniques and technologies to search for spy ships and ensure comprehensive surveillance. Several radar systems contribute to this capability, each tailored to different aspects of maritime surveillance. A state-of-the-art surface search radar, often used for surface search and navigation, helps in the detection of nearby ships and obstacles. However, the capabilities of U.S. Navy aircraft carriers go beyond powerful radars. They utilize a myriad of detection technologies, including visual lookouts, electronic countermeasure equipment, radio direction finders, and intelligence reports. Continuous monitoring ensures not only the detection of potential threats, but also their prevention from remaining undetected. The timely detection of spy ships is paramount for ensuring maritime security. A delay in identifying these vessels could have significant consequences, potentially compromising the safety and strategic interests of the carrier and its fleet. The consequences could range from unauthorized data extraction to potential acts of aggression if the spy ship's intentions are perceived as a direct threat. Rules of engagement serve as the guiding principles for U.S. Navy vessels facing close encounters with enemy ships. These guidelines or directives define the circumstances, conditions, degree, and manner in which the use of force or actions that might be construed as provocative may be applied. The ROE for U.S. Navy vessels prioritize de-escalation, but provide a framework for escalating responses when necessary. It's crucial to understand that spy ships are not warships in the traditional sense. Their primary purpose is intelligence gathering, not direct combat. If detected, they may lack the defensive capabilities to engage in a confrontation. Consequently, their emphasis is typically on avoiding such situations. Therefore, their presence near U.S. aircraft carriers doesn't inherently pose an imminent threat to the carrier's safety. However, based on the assessment through advanced surveillance, if the spy ship is deemed to pose a threat to the sovereignty of the United States, appropriate measures must be taken to mitigate that threat. In the worst-case scenario, where U.S. Navy sailors on the carrier need to take defensive or offensive actions, strict rules of engagement govern their response. The decision to use lethal force is governed by the imminent danger posed by the approaching enemy vessel. The ROE provide a framework for assessing the level of threat and responding accordingly. While de-escalation is a priority, the rules recognize that in certain circumstances, the use of force may be necessary to protect the safety and sovereignty of the U.S. Navy and its assets. Having explored what an encounter between a Russian spy ship and a U.S. aircraft carrier potentially looks like and how challenging the situations can get, one can assert with utmost assurance that being well prepared is an understatement when it comes to the readiness of the U.S. Navy to counter the threats posed by adversaries. The arsenal of the U.S. Navy includes warships equipped with cutting-edge technology, advanced surveillance systems, and state-of-the-art offensive and defensive mechanisms. The U.S. Navy's capability to detect, assess, and mitigate threats is a testament to the meticulous show of power and resilience of its brave sailors. It is through their dedication and commitment that the U.S. has maintained its dominance in the blue waters, securing its maritime supremacy. This video aims not only to inform but also to provoke thoughtful reflection on the dynamics of international relations and the indispensable role of naval forces in ensuring global stability. You can click the link in the description or visit our channel page to join and become a member.